Welcome back to Introduction to Coding, and this is Unit 3, Part 1. And I'm going to introduce you to CSS, another markup language. And after having introduced HTML to you and show you how to put some things on your web page, like text and images and some links and tables, I'm going to show you essentially now how to dress it up, how to make it more attractive, how to add color to your page, for example. Take a look here in this first text editor. You will notice that I have a style tag right here, style tag. Keep your style type the same, text/CSS. Okay, and you notice how with CSS we have our brackets here. So in our brackets here for our style, we have a background color, which we want to make orange, and we have a text color, a text background color, which we want to make yellow. Let's see how that looks. Oh, okay. So we already have our background of orange, and we also have a text background of yellow. And of course, those can be tweaked in any way. For example, maybe we want to make our background red. And there it is. Now I'm going to show you how to change the color of your text. So what you're going to be able to do is, and I'm keeping my headings simple. I'm just using level 1 headings. And so let's take a look and see what this color would look like, what color number 777777 is. It's obviously gray. We don't need to use a digital number necessarily for the color of text. We can simply type in a color and run view output, and now that text has become blue. So obviously we would want to change the message that we have to reflect that. There we go. Now I'm going to show you how to put a border around parts of your page or of your page. And that's another way to dress up your page. For example, you will notice here under style a border that's thick dashed green. Let's take a look at that. So inside of the border we have the message a thick, that we can even have a whole paragraph in there and make this border much larger. Okay, we could change the color of the border. Let's make it red. There we go. So those are ways that we can control the color of the border. But what about margins? Don't we want to have a little space between our border and the top of the page or the other side of the page, the left of the page? Well, we have a style command for margin. And in this one, I'm going to use 30 pixels as the margin. So let's take a look at what that looks like. As you can see, there's space here now. That's about 30 pixels. I mean, if it was 130 pixels, you would notice, oh, all of that space right there. Let's go back to 30 again. Now we go back to 30 again. Okay, so, and you might also want to control the top of your margin, which is simple to do. And all we have to do is let's type in a command for margin top. Let's give that another 30 pixels. And of course, let's not forget the important semicolon. Obviously, there's a problem here. Oh, and I have a space in there. And that was the problem. Another example why things have to be exact. Okay, and that's how I corrected that problem. Finally, what if we want a little padding between the message inside the border? How do we do that? Well, take a look at here at this padding command under Style. Padding left 20 pixels. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, we have a little room there. Let's give it 80 pixels and see what happens there. Oh, even more room there. What if we want to make it even prettier? What if we want to look at the padding at the top? Let's try that. Let's give it 30 pixel. And see how that looks. Well, we messed something up there, and obviously, oh, and we didn't have that semicolon there. But now we do, and look at the padding. Ah, and look at the padding. Well, now you have some fundamentals of CSS to play with. And there's lots of different borders, and there's lots of different colors, and there's lots of different backgrounds that you can provide for your page. And just have fun with it. And I'll be back with you again for Unit 3, Part 2.